Hi, I'm Doreen. Thanks for joining us. It's important that you watch part 1 first, the prep. In part 1, we discuss the importance of practicing to develop our skill, setting a practice time, gathering our tools, valuing our time, and asking, how does it feel? 1 to 10. Learning how to set a practice schedule is so valuable for yourself. It gives you a reality check on your priorities and goals, all in plain sight. Successful people understand this. Bernie Williams is a Yankees 4-time World Series champion and an accomplished jazz guitarist. When you are organized, focused, and have an understanding of your gifts and talents, you can make an investment in yourself. Then you watched part 2 next, the sketch, so you know how to write in your helpers before you even start to practice. That's when we identified the form, intervals, triads, setting up the correct fingering, and always asking the practice, how does it feel? 1 to 10. In this part 3, we will share more of our favorite tools, gems, and proven strategies so you can learn your piece with ease. Okay, you did your sketch work. Let's move on. Now let's help you stay on track. We promised to let you in on a little secret. We have 4 trick-of-the-trade gems to share with you that work like magic as you're learning the basic notes and counts discussed in video 2. We like to add these 4 fun techniques, or gems as we call them, along for the ride to help you stay on your practicing track to make your practicing easier, more productive, and fun. Like we said, the first gem is golden. Started with an observation I had when working with my students. Ultimately, you want to read like a laser beam, looking slightly ahead. But my creative students, because they are so creative, and that's a good thing, tend to see the big picture and look all around the page, jumping ahead of themselves. Like this. Whoa, overwhelming. They take in too much, too fast. Maybe they're thinking about all the possibilities that creativity brings. But that's a lot of notes all at once. Yes, it's Pachelbel's Canon in D if you figured that out. It's like devouring the entire plate of spaghetti all at once. As delicious as it is, it's hard to enjoy it that way. That's why we like to focus on little bite-sized pieces. Here's where the handy-dandy golden sticky paper helps. Even if you are reading one staff, cover up everything but the first beat. For pianists reading 2 staffs, see that left hand starts. Notice that right hand doesn't play, it's resting. Notice the forte, loud, dynamic mark. Left hand plays first, just play that. Then uncover the next note, play that next, and then all you see so far. Keep continuing to pull across. Don't uncover too much, and play that and all you see. It's like slowly unwrapping a present, and slowly as you unwrap, a little at a time, until you get to the very end. Slowly continue and enjoy unwrapping the new part across, making sure it's smooth and feels good before pulling it across. If it helps, draw lines where hands go together. Play that until it feels good, 1 to 10, until you feel a sense of accomplishment. Decide where it's a good place to stop and use the sticky note as a stop sign. Next time you play, you will know exactly where you left off, like having a bookmark. Mission accomplished. You just added some joy into your day. Tomorrow, you can build on what you already know, and you will have more fun as the piece takes shape. Here's our second gem. What if you are more advanced and need to play the game, who moves, who stays? For example, pianists and guitarists may have 2 large chords in a row. We treat the 4 notes as 4 people: soprano 1, soprano 2, alto 1, and alto 2. The only one who stays is the vocalist on G, so don't move that finger. She has the anchor. Now you only have to figure out 3 other people. Soprano 1 at the top moves up a half step from B to C. Alto 1 in blue moves down a half step to the E. Alto 2, the lowest, moves down a whole step from D to middle C. Practice moving back and forth, of course, until it feels good. If bass clef is included and tenor and bass are joining in, notice the tenor on G stays. The bass in blue moves the most from F to low C, and the fingering changes. Composers call it voicing your pitches. It's how the notes of a chord are arranged or spaced and distributed. Again, just practice switching back and forth until it feels good. Here's our third gem. Okay, what if right now you are in the middle of a piece and you are just not liking it? Chances are it's not the entire piece, it's probably a spot that is bringing the whole piece down. Growing up, I used to not like a piece until I realized I just didn't like the way I played it. Remember, in part one, we said we always build on what's going right, building on a solid foundation. So, your frustration or feeling of exhaustion is just your signal that you're biting off too much. It's your signal. It's your signal to play the piece line by line or measure by measure and see how each part feels until you find the culprit. Then isolate it. Is it the notes, tying the notes, moving up a third, the fingering, the count? Make the correction. Play it over and over. We play it once for our favorite color, then our favorite day of the week, then our favorite holiday, favorite season, favorite animal, favorite vacation place, favorite celebration. Before you know it, it starts turning into our favorite spot. Funny how that works. And he gets to share a little bit about what he likes, which is fun for me. We connect the old weak spot to each side. That way, it's a smooth ride straight across. We call it building a bridge. We keep widening the area till it feels smooth, then play that area until it feels good, slowly widening the area, and before you know it, you're back on track. That's how we tweak spots. We do it so often, so easily and quickly that it's fun. It works. It's something you can easily do on your own when you practice. Know that when you are at your lesson, your teacher is trained to know the exact spot that may be bothering you. Because your teacher is reading every note, every mark on the page, and is playing along in his or her head, comparing that to what you are playing. Your teacher can just point to the spots. But if you can learn how to do the process yourself, you can get to those spots on your own by seeing how each section feels. You can easily walk through the process yourself, asking yourself, how does it feel? This way, you are building on your strengths. Then your teacher can get you to the next step and help you add all the extra articulations that will make you stand out. Believe me, your teacher can't wait to get you there. When you add the extras, that's when you really shine. Your teacher can't practice for you, but your teacher can show you how to easily get there. We musicians know if there was a shortcut, we would have told you. We would have tried it ourselves. Besides, you want this to be your accomplishment. Your teacher already went through the process. It's your turn to feel great. Here's our fourth gem. It's a game changer, too. In our piano land, we say, play the wood. I know you're thinking, what? That's when we cover the fall board on the piano, so you just play the wood on top. Yeah, the first time feels a little weird, but just set your fingers in position and play as if you were playing the keys. This is so good. You get a chance to shut off the sound and see if your fingers really know where they are going. You have to do it a few times until you can relax enough. You may even find that culprit finger that doesn't know where to go. As you continue to practice this way, you may be able to hear the sounds in your head. It may feel better now. In music college, I would have tremendous entire lessons with the full board down. This goes for any instrument. I've seen my friends quietly fingering in the green room to warm up before they step out onto a concert stage. I've practiced on the dashboard while stopped in traffic. Actually, this goes way back. I used to practice a measure that was tricky on the wood of the dining table until my father would say, "Doreen, it's time to eat." The dinner table probably wasn't the best time to practice, but you understand the point. A true story. A student of mine told me he was fingering Minuet in G on his seat tray, and the flight attendant recognized his fingering and said he was learning the same piece. I love that story. So you don't always have to be at your instrument. The more ways you can visualize, the better. So learning the notes counts and fingering correctly is vital, and you have some gems to keep you on track. But you are not finished. I eagerly started lessons and thought learning the notes and counts was enough. I was done. Luckily, I had a wonderful piano teacher growing up who reminded me of all those important extra markings on the page that would help my music stand out. Years later, when I grew to adjudicate all student levels at universities, I had to remind my own students of the point system. To earn your Gold Cup or Performance Award, the judges look to give you 5 points. Learning the notes and counts so far, that's only 2 points. Add a point for dynamics, a point for phrasing and articulations, and a point for tempo and mood, and now you have your 5 points. Some even add in poise, how you politely handle yourself before, during, and after playing, which is why you want to keep calm and keep going when something doesn't go as you planned. You are learning how to read. Be skilled. Read every clue for success. You may be saying, but I'm not doing competitions. Why do I have to observe all the marks? I am not advocating competitions, but your teacher can still guide you to do your best. And because you want to feel good with all that you accomplish, even if it's just for you to listen to. Compromising yourself doesn't feel as good as actually crossing the finish line. All the additional marks on the page are the icing on the cake. They elevate your playing. You will not sound like a beginner. You'll feel great. Your music will come alive. How many marks do you observe? For example, second movements of a 3-movement piece are typically slow, soft, and relaxing. Remember Haydn's symphony? Check out Haydn's dynamics. He added a surprise dynamic mark in the piece. Just as Haydn's audience was settling into this relaxing section, Haydn put in a double F fortissimo, very loud, surprise spot to wake up his audience. I wonder if his student Mozart, the prankster, had any influence on that. So check your dynamics, louds and softs. It tells a story. It'll make your music stand out. We dedicated theory video number 14 to dynamics when we visited the national parks. A phrase groups notes together similar to speaking a sentence or a thought. A slur or phrase mark shows the start and the end of the phrase. The notes are played straight across with one big breath. Depending upon your instrument, we like to play the last note across and then flow up to round out the phrase for a subtle disconnect. It mimics your breath and is very elegant. I'll bet swimmers understand phrasing. They swim for a group of strokes, then turn to the side for a breath. If your instrument is woodwind, brass, or voice, you really understand phrasing because you are aware of when to breathe. Pianists aren't always aware of phrasing. We're breathing all the time, so we have to carefully read the phrase marks. So, why is this so important, you ask? Phrasing helps the musician to convey emotion and expression, whatever the mood is, which helps guide and engage the listener. You can even follow the line by playing louder going up and softer coming down. It adds interest. Otherwise, the music will be plain or monotonous. You want to engage your audience. So check your phrasing. It breathes life into your piece. We have 2 more treats in video 4 of 4 that will put the icing topper on your piece and elevate your playing. In the meantime, keep eating cake, so to speak, and always celebrate and enjoy the glorious feeling of satisfaction for your achievements and the satisfaction of knowing a little more about you. Each time you move forward, more wonderful moments will follow. There is great joy in practicing and being a musician when you have some tools. Keep the joy going. There's more to come.